No, not close here. Now you ask question. No, if people are going to be educated, they need to know that it's actually possible. We went past holding hands and kissing, and the next thing, engines revved, everything up, ready to go. Even in that moment, at that level, a girl can still say, you know what, not now. I was liking the attention, but I don't think I'm ready for this level. If you are a well-meaning man, stop.
I was crying.
Is it like a video?
Is this somebody's? There was a video of it. It was online. I was crying. Like, is this somebody's daughter? Like, if I am the mom, I will put Bible aside. I will put society aside, and I'll make sure that I don't mind going to prison, and I'll finish him. I'll make sure that I cut that thing.
There's nothing wrong with trying. You see babe, you like babe, talk to babe, eye babe, wink at babe, honk at babe. Just don't beat babe, grab babe. This happened between me and a neighbor. Before I digress, he always wanted to hug. What would have just been an innocent, oh, my neighbor hug, because I just thought, oh, he makes good company. Went from hug to tight squeeze. I was like, nope, I'm squeezing them lemons, please. What thing deflate?
The friend started insulting me, the one at the back. There's no name on this planet that does not call me. I was already boiling. The one behind me, he was in front. He was like, if you see my wife for house, she fine, she do this, you know, that kind of. They were insulting me, calling me different kind of name. The insult was too much. I turned around, I spat on him too.
He showed me that men, if they want to,
they will.
Other one that's saying, after this point, I'm going to have blue balls, I'm going to die.
Pay me, oh.
No. One told me, I will die. I said, no, I will buy a cassette. So, consent.
My brother, I cannot move. Oh, my stomach is hurting.
You gotta tell me saying go die. I said, I will bury you. So, consent. Wait for consent.
When he came down, he was like, he wants to beat me. My own friend was on the side. You know what pissed me off was that nobody spoke up. I was there shouting that this guy grabbed me. He groped me. He did this. He assaulted. Everybody was looking at me like I'm a mad person.
What are the things that we can put in place to make our women feel safer? If the government we have is a well-intending government, if it is their structures, there's vision. The Bible says where there's no vision, people will perish. So if we have governments who say, okay, let me just carry my own children outside the country, all of you are doomed. If you are looking at the country as your children, I have women in this country, I have men in this country, I'm going to make proper arrangement, adequate arrangement for there to be laws, put in place to protect women. I'm saying this to all women, please. If you've been sexually abused, don't just go announcing to every Tom, Dick, Harry. What it does, whether you know it or not,
it
automatically incites them.
As a 35-year-old man or a 30-year-old man, I should not be seeing you with a 16-year-old child. I should not be seeing you with a 17-year-old. In fact, a 30-year-old man has nothing to do with an 18-year-old.
What if you are from the north? Statistics are rampant in Nigeria.
For me, those northern people, like, they really need. That's why I said education. They need to educate them, because that's why.
But there's a religious perspective to it as well. I don't want to go there.
For them, that's their own business. So for me, I catch you with a 16, I will expose you.
That is the upbringing part. The fear of God is what will help you. Even if you had a horrible childhood, you were molested, you were raped, you were grouped, you were knocked, you were everything. As long as you start to put and abide by God's law, have the fear of God, that law, that fear of God is going to guide you on how you should train your child. Because the Bible says when you train them in the way they should go, meaning there's a way to go. There's a way to go when relating with the opposite sex. There's a way to go when you're dealing with finances. There's a way to go when you're doing business. When you train your children in the way they should go in every sphere of life, you prepare them for life.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another episode of the Valve Podcast by the Upward Ideas. And today we're going to be looking at a very sensitive topic. A topic that I feel most of our brothers, both home and abroad, need to learn and understudy. Even if you've been married for years, decades, I don't care how long you've been married, you need to understand today's topic. And to delve into today's topic with me are two of my personal persons. Abi, Jenna Pimpus. How make I talk how my people? I have with me to my immediate right, Cindy.
Hello, how you doing?
You're looking as always tantalizing. On to the glue. And my far right here, directly in front of me, our one and only Olamma. Onyejesi. Ola, hi.
Thank you.
now to they do sparkle. When I rub she na star glow filter come.
Now warm glow.
You don't see the skin tone they do boom like this. And like when they lick the skin.
Not on ice cream.
Vanilla flavor.
Vanilla flavor. Welcome, ladies, to the podcast. It's a pleasure having you guys here today.
Good to be here.
Today we're looking at the topic of flirting, sexual harassment, and sexual abuse. At what point does flirting become sexual harassment? And at what point does sexual harassment becomes sexual abuse? So there's a lot to unpack, ladies. And it's not, I mean, it would be unfair to bring guys here to start debating and arguing here. That's why I prefer to get the two, because I know that you guys you ladies or ladies are well informed in matters that has to do with this. So my first question, or rather before even going to the questions, can you guys give definitions to this? I mean, would you like to begin? Hola.
Okay, thank you. I'll start with flirting. Flirting is something playful. It starts with a joke.
Playful, like
yes, it's playful. It's the first foundation for flirting is playfulness. I'll give you an example. Okay, say I would have used you, but let me give you an example.
All right.
Many years back, I was at a bus stop waiting for a bus. I was tired. All of a sudden, I noticed a really nice looking car. I can't remember the brand, but the car was nice, was looking catchy. Just drove and made a turn, and the driver pulled over a gas station, and then he comes out and I'm assessing him. I'm like, okay, nice shirt, nice pants. Those things are already catching my eye.
So that's you flirting with
I had not started flirting. The guy has not seen me. Hold on. You're in a hurry. I didn't suspect
well,
you.
I mean, you flirting with the car?
No,
So
I'm telling you how it started.
All right.
This person just came out of the car, and then he just pulled over. He's trying to buy gas. He hasn't seen me. I was taking note of things that I take note of in people generally.
Okay.
So if I see you, I'll be like, nice hat, nice shirt, nice. That's me. And so I was like, okay, nice shirt, nice man. So I'm working my way all the way up to see the face in these nice clothes. And then I saw the guy, I was like, okay, dark skin, not bad. You get. Now, by the time I was assessing him, he had turned. I was still busy assessing. He had turned and noticed me noticing him.
Wow.
And then our eyes met. And so he was wondering, who is this chick? I myself, I'll be chick now. Like, who is this? He said, Lobato. Stop, let me interrupting. And then he turns and then he looks. You know when you say our eyes met?
Yeah.
It is in the eyes, like Yoruba say, Ojuloro. So the oro at that time was, you're not bad looking. And he's like, I know, thanks. We didn't say anything. It was just eye. And then the smirk. And then you will look in the person's eye and see the play, see the fun, see the it's okay to stare at me.
In short, wait, I recall this is just something dropping in my mind.
Christ.
In my mind right now. Is it what they try to coin in movies as love at first sight?
That is not love at first sight.
Okay.
We are
Flirting.
still at flirting stage. Because
So does it mean there is no such thing as love at first sight?
I never said that. I never said that. I'm still on flirting.
Oh, yeah.
I'm still at this bus stop.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
Oh, I
still trying
didn't
to
know.
successfully flirt with this guy.
Yeah.
And you keep interrupting me. So
Okay.
I was looking at the guy.
I surrender.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
I was looking at him. And then you saw that looking at you, looking at me, looking at you, back and forth, the smiles, the winks. And I just stood there, and the cool breeze, the sun, everything. I didn't just mind. In that moment, just lost in his glare. I was
Wow.
like, this guy is a fine guy. He was breathtaking.
Wow.
And we just smiled at each other. And then when it was time, he just rolled his keys and was like, bye. I was like, bye.
Ooh.
It was clean. It was fun. It was
La.
short. It was two-way. It was consensual. That's flirting. It was fun. When I go home, I told my sister, I said, man, if you see this guy, she's
Crush on this guy, dude.
fine. So that was flirting. It's mature. It's playful. Right. So that's flirting. Then sexual harassment
Yeah.
is when I do all of that without your approval, your consent, your welcoming it. Because if I had looked at him, starting with just an innocent assessment of his attire, like, okay, this shirt matches his pants. Because you go just there for my matter. I say, oh God, this maroon shirt not go with that grey pants. That's just me.
Yeah.
But by the time our eyes met, if he gave me a dismissive look like, what are you looking at? Immediately, that's the cue for me to stop. But if you gave me that look, because you think sexual harassment has to just do with the guys now. you can be harassing a guy as well. It's not just guys that can harass ladies. So if whilst assessing him, our eyes met, and then he saw the look of whatever interest, and he looked away, like he didn't notice me, I'll just caution myself, okay, awkward, I'll just stay. Or he noticed me noticing him, and then he gave me an arrogant stare, like, whoa, who are you? Why are you looking at me? Why, what are you staring at? I will notice this is unwelcome. I'll say, I'm sorry, and just comport myself. Now me find trouble. Just stay my lane. Okay. So if I insist, because why I'm saying this is because it's easy to depict this from him staring at me, perspective. Like if it was one ogling me and everything, and then I'm like, what? But I can also harass him. If I continued and he gave me the dismissive look, and I'm like, whatever, I'm going to stay at you all I want.
It becomes an harassment.
Yes.
All right, Cindy, what's your take on flirting, sexual harassment? Beginning with flirting.
Well, flirting is a fun, gentle, and
Flirting is fun.
Yeah, it's fun.
Okay.
Flirting is actually, if once it's consensual, like it's between two people, you're flirting with me and I'm reciprocating.
How do I know you reciprocate? If I'm just there, I see a fine girl, I'm like, ooh, who this babe? And I start making some flirtatious moves.
Flirting is not just by eye contact. You can have conversations and you're flirting with each other with conversations too. So if I'm not responding to you in the way I'm supposed to respond to your flirting, or I'm not flirting back, it shows that this is not consensual.
Exactly. Okay, how does that answer to the age-long theory of when a girl likes you, she'll tell you no, you don't mind her when she's telling you no, when you say no, that means she's into you.
No,
how do you balance that theory? I mean, you are familiar.
Childish. I think it's childish.
But I keep hearing that now. Some people say, you're not persistent.
No, that is where we need to educate.
Who are you hearing from?
That is where we need to educate our women now. There is nothing like no. The moment you say no, your no should be no, and your yes should be yes, because that is where misconceptions come in, misunderstandings. Because hey, she said no, and you see somebody say, I expected him to pursue me again.
To push a little further. That's a hair.
Why are you going? Okay, you like someone. You should be able to okay, give the person a green light. Like somebody likes me, even if I want to, play a little bit, a little hard to get. There's a way you play, but you make him realize that okay, I want to take you out today. Let me check my screen. I'll get back to you. Then you come back. Okay, not that you say no. I don't want to. I'm not interested, and then you expect him to come back. Who has that time in 2026? You like somebody, likes you back, pico.
Well, not every lady out there is as bold. Some people believe in that play hard to get. Let him work for me. He's the man. He's supposed to chase after.
But truly, if a woman likes you, as a man, you would know. When you're having a conversation with him, you will. If I don't like you, you will notice from my body language, the way I'm responding, the way I'm acting. I wouldn't even want you to get close. Like I'm not even interested. But she'll still be smiling. I don't know. They're still smiling. They're still, her body language
more
is
like
telling.
Stop it, I like it.
Stop it, I like it.
Her body is telling, stop it, I like it.
Bobs, I never heard that before. Stop it, I like it.
But the one that does not like you, you will notice it. She's going to be like aggressive. She doesn't want to have anything to do with you. She'll be like, she will look at you condescendingly. She will not even have that kind of want to have a conversation with you.
So at that point, it becomes sexual harassment.
Yes, should I call that sexual harassment? I don't call.
If the guys, based on what you said,
that's harassment, but that's not sexual harassment. When somebody comes to you, tries to have a conversation, and you're not having,
and the guy is persistent.
As long as he's not touching you, he's not touching me. He's not trying to get in my face. He's just like, babe, talk to me now. Why you no want to talk to me? He's not being abusive, but I don't like you. Please take a step. That's harassment, but that is not sexual harassment. For me, sexual harassment is like catcalling. I don't know if you understand what catcalling is. To me, that's sexual harassment. When you say some kind of vulgar words to me, or you group me, because I've experienced grouping before, like so many times. And it's not because I dressed inappropriately, because they will say maybe she wore open belly, open leg, open everything. I wasn't wearing open. I've been grouped, like the guy grabbed my bum bum.
I'm sure it must be one of those Okada guys.
It's not an Okada.
Usually, no. Listen, I'm not saying it as a deal. No. What I mean, growing up, some part of in Lagos, you'll be seeing at the major bus stop where you have these bike guys lined up. they'll be sister come, and they'll be grabbing them, dragging them, and personally I would like now by force.
My own be saying
which shop he touch the girl, he say they call her to enter Okada.
This one, if you say na grabbing, it was good. He grabbed my bum. You know tap am oh, you know tap am like this. He grab am. I was traumatized that day. I almost I blew, like I was mad.
Steam.
I like in a very long. I don't think I was that angry. I've experienced somebody gripping my breast, like grab am.
No way.
I was walking on the road in a bus stop. I just came out of my house, not so far. I wanted to get orange. And this guy passed. I wore a shirt. I remember, I can't forget, it's a long sleeve shirt. Though it's this kind of satin-like shirt with a baggy jean. It's a long sleeve shirt where I just fold the handle with a baggy jean.
Yeah.
And it's like, let me just buy something. And because of that guy, I threw away that shirt because I was angry. This
You
guy
threw away your shirt.
No, but this the way it was
She attached
disgusting.
a bad memory to it.
So I was walking, I was going and he was coming towards me. The next thing, I wish I can describe. He didn't just tap it. He did. I moved.
Which one, on the butt or the boobs?
My boobs. The
boy.
bottom was at GRA in Keja.
Oh boy.
I was shaky, like.
You see our agenda, they get problem.
He was going. I ran after him. I said, "Oga, you Chris. What is wrong with you? Why did you touch me like that? You know, happy. This is a man.
You know, happy.
This is a man that is old enough to be my father.
Oh, sad.
As at that time, he was a matured man, and then he was like, I was like, oh, see, even that you are tall. He's a very tall man. I will slap you. You are very stupid. And he was like, no, why are you insulting me? He wanted to. I just had to move because it was looking like it was only me. I didn't mean the other people. Because if that man hits me there, nothing will happen. The butt on that one was already a matured person, and then that one made me sick to my bone. Imagine I was about to, the small shuttles in GRA. I was about to. It was even on a rainy day. I was wearing a long sleeve shirt, sweater, like only sweater kind of. Then I pulled it up, and a black baggy jean because I love wearing baggy.
Second time you're saying long sleeves, so you like long sleeves, and then baggy. Noted.
That's one. I was about to enter because you know why I'm very particular about the dress code, because a lot of people will say because I wore something sexy or probably I wore something revealing, that is the reason why he grabbed me like that. He was behind me. I was about to enter. This guy just grabbed me. I got down and I asked him, Oga, why did you do that?
You actually asked him that?
No, I had to ask because
before
I
displaying.
react, I always ask, why did you do that? You big past my wife with the house.
Hey.
And this is not an Okada man. I don't want to mention tribe, but the particular tribe that used to sell in the markets. This is not an Okada man. He was wearing this senator. Clean looking, with his fine slippers that matched the senator.
I think I know the tribe.
And then he was like, you better pass my wife with the house.
Can you imagine?
But you fine, sha.
Yeah.
So say you go be able get. I'm like, Oga, you grabbed me. And you're talking about wife, and I spat on his face.
Whoa.
I don't regret doing it. I spat on his face. I said, he was like, he's going to beat me. I said, he was working with his other brother or something, I don't know, whatever. Then I was like, I said, if you touch me, you don't know that Lagos State has a law against sexual harassment. You don't know. If you touch me, I will deal with you in a way that no woman has ever. Your wife will beg. Your wife, your children will kneel down and beg me, and I will not agree.
Wow.
Because everybody is a weakness here. You know what hurts me the most is that the men there, nobody was ready. They were seeing me as an insultive person that I was trying to insult him. I'm trying to disgrace him. Nobody could stand up and tell him, Oga, what you did was wrong. It's wrong. You had to go. This matter was huge. We entered the bus. His friend kept telling me, they ganged up, two of them, because
you entered the same bus.
Yes, I was about to enter now. And there was no that I was late, so I have to get home. I can't. And then the friend started insulting me, the one at the back. There's no name on this planet that decides to call me. I was already boiling. The one behind me, he was in front. He was like, if you see my wife for house, she fine. She do this, that kind of. They were insulting me, calling me different kind of name. The insult was too much. I turned around, I spat on him too. Because I know if I don't have my hand, if I slap you, my hand will pay you. I'm a woman. So if he not paying you,
you don't want these hands, and I'm a woman too.
No, if he not paying you, because some of them they strong where they carry big bag. So the hand feel no pain you. So I had to spit. I had to do something that would pain you. Do you know what happened when we got down? Because of that spit, he came down to come and beat me up.
Yeah.
At Ikeja. And then he was like, I could beat. He was walking down. He wants to come and hit me. He was one Akbar. I said, I was timing. I would hold those things, those balls.
Oh, please,
Now
please,
you're
don't hold on.
I was waiting for
Because
you.
I was waiting. When he came down, he was like, he wants to beat me. Right? My own friend was on the side. You know what pissed me off was that nobody spoke up. I was there shouting that this guy grabbed me. He groped me. He did this. He assaulted. Everybody was looking at me like I'm a mad person. You know, it was frustrating. And then we got to the bus stop. Instead of this, he came to hit me. He pulled me. And then I said, you have to remove your hand from my body. Now, first of all, warn you.
Exactly.
Because what I would do, you won't like it. Remove your hand from my body. It was one Agbero. Because by the time I wanted to hold the thing, he didn't know. He was opening his leg and standing. One Agbero just comes. Oh, what happened? Leave her alone. Why you gonna grab woman like this? I go see this kind girl. You can't touch him. What happened? I wasn't even ashamed. I had to say it. I said, this man touched me inappropriately. He grabbed my bubble. Everybody say, Oga, as you find rich like with your business, you're mad. So touch him, make I see. So I know that was the only guy in the whole of that bus stop. Other men were looking at me like, this one. You go like, we don't go see us by married because you two they make noise. That was what they were using. And he was only in that I was like, I get sister like this for house. So if you touch my sister like this, I go beat you. See, if you touch this girl again, he was like, okay, if you touch this girl, touch her clothes, even her hair, or you do anything for this bus stop, you go see what I go do you. I go make sure I beat you, carry you, go that place where they carry people like you go.
Does that looking at I mean, very unfortunate, sad experience. Annoying.
Sorry.
Very irritating that you had to go through that.
And I faced that a lot. That's just one story.
I can imagine. But it still boils down to why we're having this conversation. You understand? And the next question I'd like to ask is, when people hear flirting, what do you think most of them get completely wrong? Because he probably felt, I don't know, I'm not trying to make excuses for him. I'm just trying to picture why would a man that is sane just grab a lady's private part, just like that.
Should I say, when I say 90s, it's as if I'm taking a small. I would say 98% of ladies in Lagos, I don't know about other states because I've lived in Lagos all my life, face sexual harassment from men in this Lagos.
And that's what I'm saying, okay, when people hear about flirting, like for men, because we're trying to educate our men now, that, okay, when they hear flirting, what comes to mind? Like, what comes to mind? What is it they are getting wrong? Like, because, you know, to him, I'm just trying to picture that a scenario. You grab a lady, make I follow this girl, play small.
See if she'll respond.
If she will respond, so make I follow and play. So at what point? That's why I said, at what point does it's gone? You and I know that, okay, that has gone beyond flirting. It has become sexual harassment. In short, some people even call it sexual abuse because genitalias were tampered with. You understand? So at what point do they get it wrong? Ola, would you like to respond to that?
Like I said, flirting starts with playing. It's just me looking at you looking at me, subtle cues and hints.
Okay.
So like I said these things to some people many years back when guys would say women don't know what they want. There was a time there was a trending skit like that. Who are we? We are women. What do we want? We don't know. When do we want it? We want it now. So once it's funny. Even as a woman, when I'm reading, I was like, hey, we don't know. When do we want it now? I laughed.
But I've seen some social influencers who also say
it was funny. I laughed.
Most times we don't know what we want.
I laughed, but when it came like second, third time, I was like, try something new. Leave when the ovation is loudest. So those periods when I went from finding it funny to finding it infuriating, I started saying things like, I know what I want. And so you'd find me having conversations with the opposite sex that go like this. If I'm in a bar, a restaurant, someplace, and a guy is looking at me, that's still the flirtatious stage. He's giving me eye, I'm giving him eye.
No contact.
No physical contact. That's why I said it starts with play. It starts with the eye. And you can't flirt the blind person now. There's some skits on social media where you see somebody staring at somebody that's like, what you looking at? And they be like, I ain't looking at you. And the next thing, the guy pulls out a walking stick. And so it's a prank. And so you now say, oh, I'm sorry, man, I didn't know you had. So, but at the point where you're looking at me and I'm looking at you, and I'm looking at you, and I know you're looking at me, if it goes from the stare to a smirk, that's like, come over now. The guy knows it's safe. You have to wait. If you are the initiating flirter, yeah, you need to wait to get the green light. The green light will often look like an eye that suggests this distance
but
is
you know,
too much.
there's no school that teaches that or
No,
teaches the boys.
No. There's no. The school is happening live. I am your teacher. You are looking at me. This happened between me and a neighbor. Before I digress, he always wanted to hug what would have just been an innocent, oh, my neighbor hug, because I just thought, oh, he makes good company. Went from hug to tight squeeze. I was like, nope, I'm squeezing them lemons, please. Before the thing deflates, shift. So I told him, I said, you need to go to a finishing school to know how to learn the ways of a gentleman. You get, so back to the bar scene. So if you're looking at me and I give you that eye, you said check am now as you did. So all of us we did this interview now. Now all of us they here. We're just doing work. And then I maybe text you, hey Lex, I like that shirt on you. You first of all look up like, now table we did. This babe, they message me. You first of all look at me to be sure that I know that I'm texting you and we're all here. And then you look at me, I'll probably look up at you and be like, then you go back to, okay, thank you, but why do you have to text it? I'll be like, because I don't want your cousin to know. I like you.
What if he's a married woman?
Who sends? That's the thing about flirting. Just bear in mind that flirting.
We don't know if he's married.
We don't know yet. We're just trying to establish. So if you now say, okay, I'm married, and then I say, I don't care. I'm persistent now. I'm trying to pursue you. If you re-engage by showing consent, then we have to meet at some point. So we nobody has harassed anybody. If you say, okay, thanks, I appreciate it, but right now I cannot welcome this because I'm married. I think you're a very lovely lady, but I cannot welcome this. I'm married. Thank you very much. And you end the conversation. There was no flirting there. I tried to. You didn't welcome it. You. There's nothing wrong with trying. You see babe, you like babe, talk to babe, eye babe, wink at babe, honk at babe. Just don't beat babe, grab babe. Very fine boobs, by the way. Don't touch boobs, don't grab butts.
Did I hear that?
Yes, you did hear that. Yes. Don't touch it. Don't touch. You know that thing you were saying about Okada people grabbing people? Yeah. It was not even just demo. It was when I was at Yaba. When I'm going to Yaba or Joelek, all those people calling all those distances, Bini, worry. They say, Auntie Bini, someone collect your bag, toss your bag inside the bus. Bini worry. And in trying to Bini worry, arm goes under armpit, brush against breast.
Yeah,
One day I was like, they worry you now, the Bini worry they.
Bini worry you.
This was, so that's it. So in a bar now, if a guy looks, I used to say things like, if a guy comes up to me instead of coming to say, babe, I love you, because that's what used to irritate me. I say, you can't love me because you don't know me. Get to know me first. So if I give you the signal, the hints to cue that it's okay to come over, and then you come over as a gentleman, maybe you come and say, bartender, let the lady have, what do you take? Like they say these days, what's your poison? And then I indicate interest. You buy me a drink. We start to talk. We have this is now advanced level flirting. I'm showing consent. If we talk a little, and then I notice maybe you ring on your finger, and I'm like, you're married, and you're like, hey, I won't tell if you want. If I'm not interested, and I tell you there and then, oh sorry, I can't take this any further, and I try to leave, and you grab me.
That's where the problem is.
You're harassing me now. If I say, please let go of my arm, still politely declining, you now forcefully pull me. You're still harassing me now physically. If that's not enough for you, and it now turns out that you are the owner of the bar, you signal your boys to get out, and then you pull me to one side and you pull skirt apart and have your way with me. That's abuse. So men need to know when to stop. But what I used to tell people was like, I prefer for a guy to come and say, babe, how you doing? My name is Rick. I was sitting over there and I was checking you out and I can't comport myself, baby. I want to take you back to my place and do you things. If I say, okay, do you have a resume to back up your claim? The things you want to do, are they good enough? If you can show proof, see that chick. If I want, I can say yes, consensually. I want to follow you back to your place at my own risk and go and find out what you're capable of. That is still consensual. But you see, if I've told you no with my eye, because I'm a lady, like she said, normally what she would have done was jump up or say wait and they come, like in some cartoon, wait for me here, go carry chair, come climb chair, slap you. But I can't slap you. One, you're a man, you're physically more powerful than I am. Two, I'm alone, I'm outnumbered, you might beat me up, nobody will protect me. So she allowed wisdom judge at that point, wisdom over her wound. And then she decided to just let it go on. But she told the man, oh God, what you did is not nice. And that's the most painful thing for a woman, to not be able to respond physically You grab my butt, I can't grab your balls. You grab my boobs, I can't grab your, whatever. So it's painful. So all we have is the shouting, the cursing, the swearing, the pointing finger, the hitting the ground. Say, God go judge you, God go punishing you, the spitting on you. So if you're showing interest in a woman, how do you go from shaking hands to grabbing butt? You're uneducated, you're uncivil, you're animalistic, you're uncultured.
Like people don't want to flirt. They are not even interested in flirt. They don't even like you like that. They just see.
They want to see how loose you are. They want to.
No,
yeah, that's it.
Being loose. I feel like I see this girl. I know I can't have her.
That
She's
kind
above
of
me.
Yes,
I know
that one.
This one no fit reach my level. I don't reach this girl level.
Never.
So the best thing, and run.
Coward.
It's actually stupid.
Cowardice.
So
But a lot of
And then now turn it on you by telling you that you're not half as fine as
Yeah.
the woman. Bring the woman you have. Let's see.
And I'm like, this goes on for a lot of women. I've had friends. This was my own story. That a man has touched her nipple inside the bus.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Inside the
Inside
box.
bus.
How
You
does
see
that happen?
Oh yeah, usually
like
they're
this,
sitting behind
you know.
you. They're sitting behind.
Say, you know.
Hey, don't do me before inside bus now. But I was a teenager, and the guy, that's why I hate our Nigerian buses. There's no room for personal space. I'm sitting here, and this dude is sitting beside me. And the next thing, some of them, the guys of conductor, they come, wait, smile, bring money. As they are putting hands in their pocket, they are using your elbow to brush your boobs.
This one was sitting beside her, not behind. She said she was close to the window, and she was looking at the window. Her mind was very far away. By the time she turned, the guy was just like, sorry, I'm going to use you as an example. He was like,
my precious boobs.
And she was like,
he glazed through it.
The moment she turned, he would.
He comported.
And then she was like, she said, maybe in her mind, or she's thinking about something else.
Yeah.
And then he will go back again. She said she grabbed his hand and used it to hit
Why
him.
are you women
You
so
know that
nice?
iron stuff. She used it to hit
Why are you women so nice? Why on earth would you grab a guy's hand when you can grab someplace else?
What if he's wearing a jean? If he's wearing a jean, you can't grab.
Auntie, I do massages. I'll show you one or two techniques. I knock you down, boy.
Sometimes I get really pissed because I have seen it happen to, like, it may not happen to me, but I've seen it happen to another girl. It ignites anger in me. And
yeah,
before I used to be more calm.
What if it happens to, because there's still a social video I saw of a bike guy who carried this girl. Obviously she was very well endowed, and immediately they got to the destination, and the girl
carried
got
her in front, carried her at the back.
At the back,
as
behind,
a passenger.
But she's heavy, very heavy,
top
upward,
heavy,
top heavy. Yeah. So the lady got down and was about handing over the. I don't know what is worried this girl. She carried for. I don't know what she did. Maybe she saw it. She started recording the guy. Apparently, the guy's bulasika don't. The thing they vibrate like snake. They vibrate like snake like this.
Oh, okay. So there was a lot of contact from behind, boobs touching his back.
Would you say that's sexual harassment from the girl's part? That the innocent guy just they carry back one render service.
But how the body take reach?
Oh yeah, about that. Okay. So in defense of the guy, he's not harassing her. He allowed himself go. That happened to me one time when I bought
the girl carry her. She brush up. They brush up those things.
No. Sometimes. No. Seriously. Okay. I think it's both ways, depending. But we don't know what's in a person's mind. Mm-hmm. In my case, I bought the bike from one long distance from that distance, and no. It was a bike. I bought the bike, but there was a bike in front of me. So by the time I got to my destination, so I started hearing the woman shouting. So is this bike that carry 2 passengers? So the woman on the bike was shouting, hollering. So I was like, waiting. All of us, they go the same bus stop when we reach bus stop. So we got there. The next thing, the guy, so his mistake is the woman is in the middle. The guy is at the back. So all the jerking movement was the jerking movement. And then by the time we got to the bus stop, the guy was all splat all over the place. So his pants were all soaked. So it was embarrassing. And the lady was like, "Oh, shoulder buruku loju ti go." And the guy was like, "I'll cut him some slack." One, you don't know when last he's been laid. I'm not saying.
But not an excuse,
no. He's not. It's not an excuse. Yeah, but the same thing I'm saying about bosses. They don't practice a lot of things that are not inculcated in people's minds in our culture. People don't know. When you say personal space, they say, but personal when you say my bubble, so they're too close to. So the lady on the bike, she's sometimes this bike man, that's why I say it goes to sometimes back then my sister said, babe, not allow this Okada people to do this thing. They deliberately match break.
The brakes.
And then you now lean on. So what I noticed was, okay, if I'm sitting on a bike, I put my arms like this.
So now elbow
if you get aroused by elbow, if your brain dey too disconnected, you don't know the difference between elbow and put down can't concern you. But she didn't need to record him.
No, I don't know. She posted it online. Like this it takes me to a story.
Okay.
Old time story of one of my neighbors dead, giving an account of how, guys, sexually. Of course, we didn't understand then at the time that it was called sexual harassment.
Okay.
In Moldware, all those the era of Moldware bosses now, where you see that she gave an account and she's very backside heavy. She was in the bus and this guy was, all this standing. Once the bus is full, you have people hang like stand.
When I move, you move just like
sister,
that.
As the guy come enter the back, I don't know, maybe not the movement, maybe I don't know what he was thinking.
He wasn't thinking.
The bola don't rise. At the end of the day, guess what happened? When they call the girl bus stop, the lady's bus stop, she no answer, she no talk. Other people talk, say they won't drop. The guy don't craze for where he did. And as they stop for that bus stop, she just pulled off the guy like this, and I saw the national anthem with the up. I be talk.
No call him national anthem.
You just stand now. People around when they look the man, he felt so embarrassed, already wet.
That's why I said it was.
So things like that, like how, because I don't wonder, what did they do?
See,
are they so starved?
You see this situation,
people are
I
that
feel like
starved.
sometimes. I'm sorry to say this, but still boils down to our mothers. I feel like our moms did not train. We inculcated a lot of training to the women and none to the boys.
Yeah, I quite agree.
Now, these days, I find out that a lot of guys don't have sense. Let me use that word. A lot of guys don't have sense. You have no self-control. You don't. Your mind is full of.
The mind is messed up.
It's full of garbage. You have no, because for me, to the point where you start, spilling in public, it shows you have no self-worth.
It's the mind.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. It shows for you to spill in public like that, you have no self-worth whatsoever. You have no control over your emotions. Over your body. I still find it very repulsive because for me, I don't pity such men. I'm sorry to say, because it shows the kind of person. If I see a man in that situation, I will look at you as you don't have sense, because first of all, you have no self-control, you have no self-worth, and you don't know how to control your mind. Because how do you see? You've not seen a naked body. You're not in a relationship with this woman. You have nothing to do with her, because body clots rub clots. You are spilling in public. There's something wrong with your mind.
Yeah,
you have a mental health problem.
He's sexually starved.
Whether you're
I'm not saying that that's the only reason, and I'm not saying it's a justifiable reason either. Like you said, self-dignity, sense of self-worth, composure, comportment, self-respect altogether, self-control lacking. Sometimes, like you said, parents, not just mothers, because the woman who tried to model proper character to her daughter, smack her son around once in a while, report him to his father. If the father is a weak role model, wahala for the boy.
Yeah.
If the boy sees the father beating momsy, no role model. Sometimes you hear guys grow up in an environment where they're not even educated on how to relate with the female. So he does not know. I've heard of guys who say things like they try to say hi to some chick and the chick put them down. So sometimes you find guys like that dealing with low sense of self-worth, low self-esteem, insecurities. Then the guy no go school, no sabi English. I won't begin toast the babe. Like I said, none of this is to justify or say it's okay for people to behave indecently, whether in public or in private, and comport yourself. But when you look at all those things, when you want to judge a person, like if you call that guy now, if they tell you, say, oh, maybe his wife died, he has not had any, he's not been laid in like 6 months,
it's
1 year.
It's not an excuse.
Remember I said, it's not an excuse. I'm not saying it's okay. It's disgusting to hear about talk less or what are you saying? Many years ago, I was on a bike. In that era, my parents were all about, don't wear trousers, it's a sin. I was like, Pops, you guys have to come off this thing, rest my father's soul. So I wore skirts. Imagine wearing skirts on a bike.
Oh.
This is where I won't want to talk to Christians. All this when I preach, don't wear trousers, you go to. But It's not a sin, no. All those people are preaching what they're not preaching. Calm down now. Imagine me with my fresh ties. Me and my kids will call it ties, ooh la la. I'm on a bike. And I'm not, it's not even in the area of wear skirts, wear tights inside. It was your pattern, nothing else under the skirt. And I'm on the bike. And the next thing, bike is going, breeze is blowing everywhere. Next thing, there's a guy on a bike beside me, and then there's small traffic. So I'm just there, minding my own business, trying so hard to, don't be saying go sit down bike, spread everything ahead. You storm, that lady like So next thing, this smooth food that is sitting on this bike, just raise hand, just gum on my thigh. Now stroke the thigh like they look juicy meat. I was like, the heck? I say, hey, the audacity. Girl, give me that babe. The next thing his bike took up. I say, oh no, you don't. I just told my bike. I said, chase him. My bike man chased out. He said, wait. I say, that guy you touched my leg. He touched my thighs. He touched my lap. He said, hey, auntie, chase him. That's how the bike started chasing him. I timed it now. Too much action film. As we're getting close, I see when I do what I want to do, also straight to our house. That's how I caught up with him. That one had gone. He rubbed tie. He was happy. You can be imagining that tie. Oh, hey, he has accomplished things. He has conquered China. So when he reached out, and I go, they dream of the hand where he touched fresh laps. By the time my bike pulled up next to him, I just said, hey, he just turned. I used the heel of my shoe. Gow on his face like this, and him and his bike tumbled next. I just fell inside gutter. I said, run home straight. But as I got to the house, I came down. I was ready for fight. That is severe harassment. I'm just saying, people will give you different reasons and excuses why they do disgusting things, but it's not good. It's not excusable.
See, a lot of, should I say a lot? Some, let me use some. So some Nigerians are not educated when it comes to harassment, assault, rape. They don't even know the difference. They don't even know what consent is. Do you understand? Which is why I always say, I feel like because of the ignorance that has to do with consent, because there's one word that man that grouped my bum. There's one word he said, but I don't sleep with you now. Why they call it sexual harassment?
Whoa.
But I know, when we're having the argument,
that brings me to the point, the next point I wanted to make on what role does upbringing or culture play in people like that?
Yeah.
Is it a matter of, because in one way you look at it as, in a certain part, mental health issue. I've been an upbringing. In a
central part of the East, it is normalized.
What is normalized?
This grouping. It is normalized. A lot of girls from that part.
sorry. Do you have facts to this effect?
A lot of girls, like if you go on internet, just on TikTok,
I saw
Google
this recent
rape festival.
Not rape. We're not talking about rape here. Yeah, touching, grabbing. It is like a normal thing. Like you go markets, all of them they say they feel like it is normal for them to just grab you and you accept it. It is normalized. And then if you go on TikTok, a lot of girls.
I bet we try with that too. I'm really interested
in a certain part of the eastern parts.
You don't want to mention the states?
Yes.
Okay.
So they complain about it, and if you go on TikTok, just Google it, and then I say Google it, write it down, and I ask.
No, you're right. Now Google it.
Where those girls come out and complain that anytime they walk out from social market, they touch you, they harass you with their mouth, with their hands, with their even if you wear you see, as much as I'm wearing this thing, they will touch you. They'll make why can't you dress like this? Why can't you do this? Harassment. We don't understand what harassment is in this country. Even our government got to a point of even supporting this, saying that if you don't wear bra, they will arrest you, they will touch you. Why can't women be free? That is the question I ask, because you cannot tell me. We don't know what consent is. We don't know what freedom is. We feel like, yes, because she's a woman, why did she wear tank top? Why did she wear alternate?
Would you rather not look at it from this angle that, okay, because by design, the woman's body, the female body.
Okay, what about the one where I wear baggy trousers?
From like the female, the physiology of the woman body.
How many years I get where they won't touch?
To you, but to some other man there, you might just be the right spec that, damn, now my spec is not everybody or brother likes a big igiri. There are some people who like portable igiri. Some don't like. I've seen brother men who say,
I'm totally lost. Igiri is what again? A spice?
They'll figure it out.
No, I know. I don't think we're allowed to say that on it. I don't think we can say. I don't like the word. The word is a harassing word in my ear. Harassing my ear.
Yeah. The whole thing is, I'm just feeling like our government can do better for this. Educate our men. Because some people don't even know that.
Government educate. I'm coming. Government.
Really?
Yeah,
Why
are these
I'm
practical?
Why I'm saying that our men need education is because even in marriages there is rape. Am I wrong here?
No.
Some people do not know that you can actually rape your wife. They will feel like, is she not my wife? I can't do anything to her.
I don't pay the bride
There
price.
is rape. There is rape in marriage. People don't know. People don't know that you grabbing a woman like this, it is harassment.
So can you?
So
So
why
you are
I
saying
said-
men
why-
can harass their wives?
Yes,
Can-
men can actually. There is actually
No, but
rape
you-
in marriage. There is rape in marriage. You shouldn't. The moment, even if you want the thing is on stand, you want to enter. You want the tip is there,
I don't know.
and
Please.
then you want to enter,
are
and your wife
jealous.
says no.
I
no.
did not married.
Okay.
Yes, they are
Okay.
married.
No, okay.
There is that's where consent come in.
Let me.
See,
So you
if-
need to always have
know-
like
you-
a written
yes.
consent or permission from your wife.
Come
saying,
on. No,
eh,
you're making it too formal.
Mama
No.
Paulinus, can we come to Jerusalem
I'm trying
tonight?
to.
you
Gee,
realize that
don't put it that way. Take the fun out of it.
I even heard in the UK right now. I heard because a friend of mine was telling me about some of the laws in the UK.
Yeah.
They said if you don't enter, you've been doing the thing. You're going down there. You understand, to Jerusalem,
Do the do or something.
and you're about to get to your bus stop. Your wife tell you say don't get to that bus stop. Oh, come out. You have to go. She can sue you in court for getting to the bus stop.
Wife?
And yes.
Your wife?
Yes,
Abba.
that is consent. That
Okay.
is what consent
All right.
means.
I think at this point, I want to say one or two things.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, starting with your question about the role that the parents play in upbringing, upbringing their children and everything. Then she's also talking about the need for the government to educate our men, educate all of us, but maybe emphasis on everybody shall pretty much so that everybody knows. Okay, so come to that. The role that parents play is really vast. It can never be underestimated. So, but like I said, mothers modeling character, behavior, and everything to their girls, and then vice versa, fathers. I believe strongly that where there's belief, there's core values. Where there's core values, those things can become tradition. Where there's tradition, there's something called a passing down. So you say stuff like, we don't do this here. We don't do that here. Then you find a man, believably a God-fearing man. Because whether you like it or not, whether you accept it or not, the minute you take the fear of God out of
it.
anything, you are on a path to doom. Doom by the way you think and relate with other people, period.
100.
In fact, the way you think alone will manifest in the way you relate with yourself and others. So you have a man, a whole man, who has his head screwed right on his neck, a well-thinking, well-functioning, well-meaning man, have a wife, and then they have a family. And then you see the man pass values down to his son, such as, if your sister does something you don't like, and I'm not home, wait when I come back, tell me. Do not lay a finger on your sister. That's a man who is trying to train his son to not be abusive physically towards the weaker.
sex.
Thank you. Then also, he teaches his daughter, says, sweetheart, you know you're beautiful, and men are going to come for you. But I need you to realize I'm your first boyfriend. So if anybody tells you you're pretty, it's okay. But if anybody touches you in any way you don't like, you come to daddy and I'll deal with them. I heard a rapist say that his targets, he marks them by how weak their fathers are.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
He checks to see the vulnerability of his
Of the
victims.
parents.
It's dependent on how strong is this person's
Yeah,
father.
I
Meaning,
think I've seen that
if I
documentary.
check you, say you not fit do me anything, I'm abusing your child. Now imagine cases where there are single mothers who have children, who have female children. Where is the father figure to scare the rapist? Fear of God. So this person does not have the fear of God. So everything boils down to the fear of God. But parents have a role to play. I see some girls sometimes on Sundays, especially Sundays, when everybody has come back from church. Hey, this person, go and buy me sugar at my lamp place. What's the girl wearing? She's 9. Just pants. Sometimes pants don't shift, go one side of boom. And then to them, it's nothing. They are still carrying the values of their mothers and their mothers before them, that nudity, it doesn't mean anything.
Anything.
Kilo one be. You forget that there's a certain tribe that likes them very young. Then there's a certain group of people who are not all right in the head,
Messed
who don't
up
even
mentally.
care how, whether now they just burn them, bring it as it is hot.
won't enter.
You get, those are the mentally deranged ones. So that is the upbringing part. The fear of God is what will help you. Even if you had a horrible childhood, you were molested, you were raped, you were grouped, you were knocked, you were everything. As long as you start to put and abide by God's law, have the fear of God, that law, that fear of God is going to guide you on how you should train your child. Because the Bible says when you train them in the way they should go, meaning there's a way to go. There's a way to go when relating with the opposite sex. There's a way to go when you're dealing with finances. There's a way to go when you're doing business. When you train your children in the way they should go, in every sphere of life, you prepare them for life. That's 1. 2, government educating our men and women. You know the way you have laws these days. You know everything, everywhere you go. Oh, it's just money laws, money laws, money laws. Yeah, so there are laws about if you touch a woman, if you harass a woman. See what that idiot said now. That maybe I didn't sleep with you. By the time you are sleeping with the person, you have overcovered you now.
You've gone beyond.
You've gone there. So government should, have those kind of things reviewed. And when you're reviewing that kind of thing, you don't pack men. That's the problem. Like you said at the beginning, the reason you didn't bring men, because it looks as if, in fact, it's not even looks as if, yes, harassment can occur between men and women to maybe a woman to a man, but rarely, maybe in cases where there's status or power play. Yeah. I'm a politician, you need a favor from me, you need this contract, and I'm saying, okay, you need to water my garden first before I answer you. I'm harassing you, I'm using status to oppress you. But on a normal occurring is usually men to women. So when you have things like, let's have a conference, let's have all this town hall meeting, what are the things that we can put in place to make our women feel safer? If the government we have is a well-intending government, if it is there's structures, there's vision. Bible says where there's no vision, people will perish. So if we have governments who say, okay, let me just carry my own children outside the country, all of you are doomed. If you are looking at the country as your children, I have women in this country, I have men in this country, I'm going to make proper arrangement, adequate arrangement for there to be laws, put in place to protect women that say, okay, women who work in offices should not close anything later than 6. And all women boss, which can also be a bad thing because all those crazy terrorists can easy targets. But just think about laws. When you call women like over 500, women will tell you what they would like to see. You are building roads. You don't build roads well. Roads are bad. People are stuck in traffic. They are easy targets. Small rules in schools. Public toilets, girls' toilets, boys' toilets. You put those rules there. You put it in our textbooks. When children read it every day, I've not seen any textbook that says it. Obi wanted to beat a girl, and then the mother said, "No, it's wrong." Or his father said, "It's wrong to beat women." Inculcate those things in our culture from the early age. Let our boys grow up reading books that tell them it's wrong for daddy to beat mommy. It's wrong for boys to beat girls. It's wrong for boys to look at girls' parts. You should respect people's bodies. Touching a person's body without their permission is harassment. You start hearing our little children say, that's harassment. Don't do it. Right. So I think that's the way to go.
All right. So moving on to sexual abuse now. Having established the flirting,
the harassment,
sexual harassment, flirting, and the various how would I call it, orishi dynamics between male and female sexual harassment and flirting. Moving on to the more there is none that is light, but
deeper
waters of the whole issue, which is the sexual abuse. Is it a mental health issue? First, is it? I want to be clear on it. There are sometimes, and is it a mental health issue? Let me even start with that.
For me,
or is it a spiritual something?
See, it's a combination of a lot of things. Poor home training or poor upbringing, spiritual curses, because I feel like it's more spiritual and it's also mental, because you can't tell me any normal man. Okay, I stopped being friends with somebody because as at that time my younger sister was 16 years old, and he told me, this is a matured guy in his 30s, and he said something that scared me. And that's why it's always good to have conversations. When you meet somebody, have conversations, throw 1 or 2 words. You'll be able to learn how that person thinks, what the person says. And he was like, he saw my sister. He was like, I said, no, not small girl, don't matter. No, look at her, the way she's tall, and the way she's big. Don't look at her like that. She's still a child. He said, which child? I'm like, she's just 16. As at that time, she's just 16. And he was like, 16 is old enough now. I can touch 16. What is there? And it shocked me, because I respect this man a lot. And then in my head, I saw him as a pedophile, as an abuser. Because of that, I stopped. We're not even dating, we're just friends. I stopped talking to him till date, because this is my sister. That means anywhere you see her, she's not safe. You are my friend. You're supposed to, like, when you see my sister, you protect her. If she's somewhere, she has something going on with her, you're supposed to protect her. But when you tell me that my sister is ripe enough, I don't see the ripeness, the way he was saying it.
Does that speak to the popular, it's actually a theory, popular theory that men are opportunistic? Because
think,
like,
because I think
usually men can be.
Because
men actually,
every,
not like in one of the conversations I made it clear that when a man moves from being naturally hunter-gatherer man and starts educating himself and maybe his mind, he becomes a refined man. But at the core, if you look, because like I said earlier on, I think it was on this episode or so, I'd mentioned it that most men, the things we cry about men doing to women, they actually do it to fellow men.
So
they grab fellow
men. Not gentle. I mean, there are people who do that. Those that are they are
going on to the other side.
There are guys who will do that. Flirtatious men being flirtatious. I walked. Let me not even start going to personal stories, but I've seen men who would make passes at you, wondering how you like.
There's one that's been trending with there's a popular content creator that has been trending that she said the guy wanted a young guy that was under her, that I think she's training or something, and the guy was a man wanted a man, and he's married, by the way. He doesn't care that the whole world knows that he was so let that guy come, Jerry, let me change his life. He was so
wait, in this country?
Yes. In this country.
Right.
So now you said something about being God-fearing. You said something about being God-fearing. I feel like majority, I'm sorry to say that, majority of people who claim to be God-fearing are not God-fearing. Because a priest that I know that is a priest, I have watched him. It's just that I could not do anything. What I go do at that point? Brought young girls into his apartment, and he actually touches them. And then he told me that he used to help. We had a discussion about prostitutes, and I'm like, I wish I could, help these little girls and tell them that this is not the way out. He said he has seen sometimes 16 years old. I'm like, they're not even grown. He was like, why am I saying that? 16-year-old is a big girl now that she can do it. She can. I'm like, so if a 16-year-old girl comes to you now,
father?
Yes, father. If a 16-year-old girl comes to you now, and just all you would. He said yes. There's nothing there. She's a grown-up.
No.
Okay, you said I said God-fearing. I said God-fearing. I didn't say claims to be God-fearing.
But we know that majority claim to be.
It will show in your behavior.
Fruits, you know now.
It will show by. See, me, I do not consent to, because I suffered sexual abuse as a younger person. So where I thought I was going to find comfort, warmth. Oh, sorry, love, that happened to you. I found people taking alpha. Now I'm next. You find I'm saying this to all women, please. If you've been sexually abused, don't just go announcing to every Tom, Dick, Harry. What it does, whether you know it or not,
it signals,
it automatically incites them. That man that is here. See, me as a person, I don't think it's a gender-based anything. Because my daughter was saying it yesterday. One of our friends came visiting and he was talking about something, and I was like, my daughter just said, "Stop! As you're saying it, I can see it." Yeah, we're watching the movie. She said, "Stop! As you're saying it, I can see it." He now said, "Me too. I'm also very imaginative. Was it visually something?" I said, "Yes, you are. But that gift or whatever feature is not. It varies in different people. So yours might not be as intense as hers. And as you're saying it, I'm having like this vivid picture of what you're saying is going to happen to these ballerinas in this movie. You get so imagine telling a man, because I just joined a particular church then, since we're talking priests, and I thought I was going to find counseling, godly counsel. I was molested when I was 12. Oh. The thing had been on my mind. I couldn't talk about it with anybody. I found myself acting out of character a lot of times. And then I would wonder what's wrong with me. People will come and label me spiritually possessed, na marine spirits, na land spirits, na air spirits, na wooden spirits. All kinds of things. I was confused. So I just told them, I said, I was abused as a child. At that moment, unburdening, as the unpacking, as they call it, this is just letting that weight off. Letting somebody know this will happen, because I thought the person was going to be the shoulder to cry on, and the person was going to rebuke the devil, whatever. That was not what I got to. The person was like, okay, so that happened to you. So you're not a virgin anymore. I'm like, No,
Wow.
my sister, that's all he wanted to know. Meaning, if I access your body now, I'm not the one that is virgin you. So don't go around telling men that you, even women say, there are some women who want to know so that they can market you off to men who are willing to pay them.
Women
Who are willing to pay them to market you to them for them to use as. So
women actually sexually assault other women too. It's just that it's not common. I was sleeping on this day, and this woman, grown auntie, carried my hand because I was sleeping. She didn't touch me per se, truthfully. She carried
do
my
I need
own
to close
hand
my ears at this one?
and put inside her.
Oh, right. Stop. Her pie. Just say pie. Say pie.
Deep down in the pie.
Say pie.
Put my hand
In the pie.
Deep down.
It was while the hand was inside the pie.
Pie, thank you.
That was when I woke up.
Damn.
And I'm like, waiting happen. A lesbian. See, I've seen things. I don't know. Waiting in my body. A lesbian. Should I say lesbian?
Don't ask
She's
you
bi.
like that. You don't want answers.
She's bi. I don't know. You style. Let me say she don't get a house. At that time I was in school. Came to live with me. And she was all nice to me. I felt like she was just a nice girl.
You didn't know her from anywhere.
No, you know, same school now. We're going to the same school. Okay. I felt like she was nice girl. And she doesn't look like a lesbian. You know, I used to think there's those ones that do like boy.
Leslie.
But this one, she's girly, she's tall, she's fine, she's every man's dream. And I was like, okay.
And every
because
woman's
me,
nightmare.
she can't stay. But they share the same bed. Because for me, we are girls, what's there? I go bath near where she
Nope. I'm not party to that.
That's all the girl can't start one rainy day.
Don't forget pie.
Because me,
Our safe word is pie.
Yeah.
me, I like man. I don't like woman. I don't like make woman they touch me. So we're sleeping.
Hold on.
9 hands. No be that kind touch. No be that kind touch they talk. They talk the other kind of touch. I
All
like
right.
man.
Dipping the hands in the pie.
In the pie touch.
And
Pie
I've always
touch.
made
Priorial touch.
and I've always made it known that I like men. Now this girl, she's sleeping on the bed. I was sleeping on the bed too. And
Same
then
bed.
she hugged me. But she's always used to hugging me. I was like, maybe it's a normal way. You know, but me, I was on my lane. She hugged me, pulled me, and I'm a very light sleeper. I don't sleep deep. Pulled me close. I say, she thinks I'll be a boyfriend. Okay, let me just leave her. These girls constantly touch some balloons.
You were giving her green light, my
No,
old.
I didn't give her green
Ah,
light
you
because
said-
she's my friend.
Ugh.
I should carry her hand on
The pie.
No, not the
pie.
pie.
Okay, balloon.
Oh.
She carried her and can't touch the balloon.
Nah,
And so I
balloon
stand
does
up.
not go with pie.
I
Let's
can't-
find another word.
No, that one was not.
I think melons or oranges.
Melons.
Oranges and pie. I like
Okay.
oranges. Oranges and
So
pie.
I should touch her. I should hand go there.
Go to
I
the
had
orange.
to remove her hand like, babe, what's happening? What's going on? I removed the hand. What is it? She was like, babe, you know I've always liked you.
Really?
First, for me, if you say you like me, you're supposed to tell me. Let me say you go start to touch. That's still sexual harassment, you know. Let me say you go start to
So that
touch
means-
me first.
Sexual harassment can happen on both genders to gender, male to
It's
male,
just that
male to female.
It's
It's
more
common.
on the male, but women do it. Women also do it. And some of them don't know how to tell you that some of them that indulge in those things don't know how to tell you I like you and all. So they will start me and wondering what gave her the impression that she has to tell. I had to tell. That was the end of the
Yeah,
story in my house.
because they don't feel bold enough to come out and say it. So what they do is sneak up on you to see. How you say test the
respond.
waters, yes. And if you respond safely, then they advance.
They
If
take it as
you-
permission to go ahead.
Yeah.
All right, so
Like when she pulled you close
let's-
and you didn't do anything and she put leg on you, you were busy
You
thinking.
say person they sleep. If person they sleep, you are like
Hey, you see, in the innocence of your mind, you were thinking, let me just give you one short story because Oga wants to talk. My brother is a wonderful person. My brother is a dramatic person. But my brother no get time for. He tells you there's no time for nonsense. My brother was in my house, and then a friend was visiting, and then this particular friend, how you say, innocent at heart and everything, he can just talk because say, hey, Ola, hello, I want to come and sleep with you guys today. He's not saying sleep with, like you said you don't like women touching
Use
you
a
and
word.
I did this and I just did this for play. You know, I said not that kind. Are you seeing it? So this guy said, oh Ola, I'm coming to. I said, yeah, sure, come. I don't want to call his name. You might go and watch this thing. I don't know that you're going to cry. So my brother had just come from work that day. It was a rainy day and it was a cold night. So my brother was just unpacking, and next thing the guy just comes in and he's like, so Ola, where will I sleep? I said, I'm sleeping in this room. He's sleeping in that room. I think you and my brother can stay in this room. There are 2 mattresses. The next thing, my brother just in one corner, just whistling. Next thing, guy just goes, "Hey, Victor, I'll be sleeping with you." My brother, first of all, flung his pants. I said, "Blood of Jesus. Guys, stop that nonsense. Sleep with you. I rebuke you." Then the guy was like, "What's all this? You're not sleeping with me. Nobody's sleeping with anybody. You're sleeping on your own. I'm sleeping on my own." You get? So he laid it out clean, bare, straight. He said, stop that. I rebuke you. But you lie down for bed. Person near you, you just say, Then near you again. You say,
Now my room now.
I know.
She don't get house. So she can't stay for my house.
I know.
Let me say, and that's where they
cogent reasons. Very
I sleep
very
for your house. I sleep. Can't carry
you see,
hands.
the minute your hand is touching me, your hand is flying off my body. I assure you.
No, let me say I leave her like I just gently remove because some people sleep anyhow.
There's no such thing as gentle remove. The minute your hand touches me, I will land you slap.
Now when you can't reach
the pie, the pie. Okay.
No, not the
pie.
pie.
No, the pie. I like pie. No,
my.
my.
Touch pie.
She not touch pie. Orange.
The way we can't reach. Nadia, I say I beg, auntie. That was the end.
Sour soup. Don't pass orange. That's sour soup.
You cannot be in my house and be doing that kind of thing.
All right. So moving on forward, please. We need to move forward.
Okay.
I really want us to drive in these definitions to people and meaning like the abuse part of it. Where exactly at what point does abuse occur?
When coercion
we've talked about, we've established
flirting, harassment.
For those listening, taking notes, at what point does
abuse occur? When
does it
coercion,
become abuse?
When you coercively, it has got to,
some people don't understand that grammar.
When you use force to knock somebody.
Okay.
Because that's sexual abuse.
Must it be?
Or you touch somebody.
It doesn't have to be knock.
Yeah.
No.
You
just
touch somebody
forcefully.
inappropriately. You touch somebody
That
inappropriately.
is harassment.
Okay, that's harassment.
That is sexual harassment.
But abuse now.
Abuse.
Okay,
Abuse, yes.
Now,
Abuse.
We're going to abuse now.
It's coercion. Coercively, forcefully, without my consentingly access my private areas, boobs and pies. That's a safe word. Rape, what we call grape on social media. This is if I didn't give consent and then you pin me down and have you with me, that's abuse.
But must it be is it only when it's rape that is sexual abuse?
What makes it sexual without the involvement of the sexual part?
It may not be.
Without
There may
rape,
not be penetration.
Might not be penetration.
No. Without even rape, the fact that you force me down, you start squeezing because I've seen it.
Having access to my. If you touch my arm, it's not sexual.
No, that's not what I'm doing.
Abuse it.
Abuse. We're talking about abuse now.
Yes, now that's what I'm saying.
You pin me down, even if you don't want to get in there. You don't want to rape me. You pin me down. You squeeze.
The way you do your hands when you squeeze.
You
like
squeeze.
Squeeze.
That kind of thing.
Can't they squeeze like this?
I don't know.
Okay,
All I know is that they be squeezing. For me, like that is forcing. When you're caressing, you're like, you're
gliding, but the squeezing.
But the squeezing is like this.
And to get hand clamp out.
So for me, abuse can still be that you force me down and you start touching me like you force things.
You have your way forcefully,
So
with me. Abuse is when you forcefully engage your body and my body without my consent.
The role of power dynamics
like
boss in the office. At what point does your boss flirting with you becomes what do you call it, harassment and eventually?
And like I said, if I'm the boss in the office and you need a favor, you need a promotion, I will just use my power.
What about if it's a religious institution?
Like everything is position. There's nothing.
Because I heard, there are stories of people's wives going to seek one prayer, clinical mountain, and getting there.
You're even talking about wives.
Man is man.
An 18-year-old girl that is an orphan that came to me and my friend to assist her, needed help, and she's a chorister in a particular church. And then she needed help. She got her jam, and that's why it's so not good that we women can be so vulnerable to that level. It is happening. So she was 18, got her admission, she has even pursued. So she just needs support and school fee. And she went to her pastor based on I've been a choir here since when I was a child.
Normalize.
And then he went to a pastor that, please, I need support, you know, I'm an orphan, and the pastor said, I will help you. I like you, you're very, very nice, you're very, very, whatever it is.
Juicy.
And then he said,
Hey.
he said, the only way is you start dating me. And she was like, I'm a virgin. I've not done that before.
Wrong
response.
Wrong response.
All she just did was scream, vulnerable,
and she said,
vulnerable.
You will like it.
Yes, no.
That was how she ran away from that church.
You asked
and
to
she came to
advertise.
us like, the man said he wants to sleep with her. He said she will like it. This is someone who
She looks up to.
who she looks up to. This is someone she holds in high esteem. This is somebody that is supposed to be like a father to that girl.
See,
But at
people,
the end of the day,
I'm glad she escaped. I tell a lot of people, especially women, especially girls, that because of that, everything boils down to culture, upbringing, things that have been wired into your brain, you get, so that even in your subconscious, you are thinking it. Here in Africa, we are so status conscious. He's my pastor. Drop your guards. He's my boss. Because we are raised, that way to respect. But respect now becomes detrimental because you are not teaching respect with balance and boundaries and clarity and specifications. Here we call everybody uncle. Is he your father's brother? No. You related to your mother? No. But he's an uncle. You've already robbed that child of their sense of boundary. You are not my uncle. You are not related to us in any way. You are our neighbor. You are Mr. Femi. You are Mr. Okonkwo. You are Mr. Ahmed. You let your children know who is related and who is not. Even those kind of things occur between, you get, how much more. So here, just because somebody is somebody who occupies a high position, a clerical person, a clerical or a position or political one, does not mean, especially in churches, in religious, I'm not saying churches like churches, I'm just saying in religious institutions, be on your guard the most, because the only place where you should expect the most attack, the Bible says, where there's plenty sin, that's where there's plenty grace. There's already sin there, so let's load that place with grace. Where there's plenty people in high, godly, supposedly godly positions, let your Voltron be so up. Don't say, because he's the pastor, because he's the reverend. They even call it man of God. There's a man part, a physical part, a biologically responding part before the God. So when you go to see a man, you see people who are wise do counseling in pairs. There's a man and a woman. Because we know what we are susceptible to. We know what we can be vulnerable to. Just because he's a man does not mean that he does not have feelings or cannot be aroused sexually. And then you're now telling him you're a virgin. You just announced to him that you are uncharted waters. That is highly inviting.
A naive little girl that is 18 to tell her pastor that she's a virgin.
It is wrong. It is very wrong.
It sounds wrong for me personally.
It is very wrong.
We are supposed to blame the man, the old man, the matured man,
no,
the pastor
for
trying to take advantage of a little girl.
We're in full support of that. Very, very in full support of that. But we need to teach our girls how to talk. You say, "Oh, I'm sorry, pastor. I'll have to decline."
Straight up.
I can't do that kind of thing.
You don't have to let the pastor know that. Because some
virgin care. I said she should thank her God that she escaped.
Yeah, she's naive.
You could have chased after her.
She needed help at that time. So she felt like maybe telling him, "Oh, I'm a bit." At least he will pity her.
Being a pastor anyway.
Being a pastor.
Yes,
and he'll be impressed.
See, everything about her is screaming easy target and vulnerable. First, she's an orphan. No father or mother to defend her, to provide for her, to protect her. That is already bad. Is it her fault? No. So, a virgin orphan.
Yeah, I understand, because that being an orphan and a virgin, because I understand where you're coming from, because I've had that situation happen to me when I lost my dad, the only surviving parent I had. This one was like, I was already in school, probably 23 or thereabout. And then my daddy's friend who came to the house to, sort out.
It's always them.
And then this man was like.
It's always them.
Yes, now it's always daddy's friends like, coming to console you for your father losing your job.
He was like.
Or something.
The way you are like this, as you are fine like this, with this your fine complexion, you would end up on the streets. You will now turn to. That is what he told me. He was like, you end up on the streets. That messed up with my head. Till today, I am so careful of what I do, because I don't want
his projection
to come to pass.
Oh, okay.
Do you understand?
What did you say to that?
No, I'm getting to. He said you end up on the streets. So the best thing for you to do now, you come and stay with me. Me, I'll take care of you. You become a house girl for my wife. You'll be helping out to work. Then later on, you also be doing some, small things for me on the side. And then I was like, with the kind of father I had, because it's late at that time, you should know I'm very smart.
See what I was saying about most men, I think it's by design, are
Opportunistic.
So I told her,
except
I told
they are
him,
refined.
with the kind of father you know that I had, you should know I'm very smart. I'm sorry I cannot come and stay with you. I would rather go and stay under the bridge.
And take
I
my
rather
chances.
go and stay. He came to Abuja at the time. I'd rather go and stay under the bridge than come and stay in your house. So you come and finish me, Abi. Let me go and stand on the street and do the ashawo.
The same thing happened in my own case when my dad lost his job. Somebody who was supposed to be his relative, his cousin. You know, then I didn't understand cousin. You know, oh, he's my dad's cousin. Just called him uncle. You get. So he comes and he's like, "Ew, that's uncle. Sorry, you lost your job. Ew, with the way the economy is, and with all these mouths to feed, you think he's
with all these mouths to feed.
They assess us like Toby, rug rats. You know, plenty rats inside one house." How you looking at him? I was like, "There's something that's on that tone, and we're gonna still reach there." I assessed everything. You know, my father was an unsuspecting person. My father had the purest heart. Crazy temper, but very pure heart. When he finished, and I said, Dede, see, just help me manage this. My father got this guy a job where he was working. I put his hand in his pocket, dropped what was maybe 5K, 10K then. That was gold then. My father was like, one as brother. Thank you. One just sibling. Thank you. Amen. So he now said, oh, let me greet my sisters. Come. So we went now. Popsy did it, but my father was overcome with grief, self-pity. He was drowning in depression. So he wasn't, his Voltron was down and out. And so then just say, man, come sit down for lap.
Oh? At what age?
My dad lost his job when I was in, I think, GS2.
Teenager already?
Yeah, teenager.
Features
were already coming out small. But I was a tomboy. I was a tomboy because I was just being introduced to, I had just started experiencing some level of sexual harassment and abuse. So I felt maybe if I could slouch a little, nobody will notice that I've got this thing growing on my chest. So I always used to walk like this. That's why I started wearing big shirts, because I thought if the shirt is big, it will hide the boobs. If it hides the boobs, it will prevent squeezing. To stop
They cannot squeeze.
They cannot squeeze. So although squeezing did not really occur then, I almost hated my body. So I just came, sat on lap. Next thing I know, it's like, and so once your hand passes the back of your shoulder, it's tending to rest on this side of the oranges. So when he did that, I just gently if not because of this condition where make person bend, I'm going to sit down for your lap, just under my voice, irritated, disgusted. And that's how that guy just kept coming around until one day he came to the house. My parents were not around. And then he told us, he said, you should come. I'm going to take you to a place on Sunday. We're going to go to this place. So I said, where is that place? We don't go out. By the time we left, I called one of my friends and said, my uncle says he wants to take us to a particular. He said, why? So I don't know. He says he wants to take us. I said, that place is not for children. Why would he want to take you there? I said, okay, tell me more. Then he said, this is where they carry call girls to. He said, she not call girls and they call them a show. I said, and that's where he wants. He said, that's where I said, that's what he said. So you're sure? I said, that's what he said. He said, okay. By the time he came back to us next time, I just told my father, I said, this guy is a bad person. See what he said he wants to do. See where he said he wants to take me and my sisters to. So my dad was, be careful who you collect money from. I watched my father silenced because he had collected money from this guy to feed the many mouths. My father, I said, Popsy, if you don't want to talk, no, I'll stay out of it. I told the guy, I said, Oga, you cannot take me and my sisters anywhere. We're not going anywhere with you. We're not going anywhere. That place is not for girls. It's not a place for children. So we're not going to go with you. My dad sat and allowed me. When he was done, he was shocked. He was like, Dede. My dad couldn't say anything. By the time I was done, me, we could get sharp. By the time I was done, the guy just took his things and left. And he never set foot in our house again after that.
Viper.
Yes, so I struck. It's just sad. Men who are not, like I said, who don't have the fear of God,
but it also
they will take advantage of you.
It happens both ways, You're talking about men, a man.
But you asked
you hardly see women.
Women, you talked about women.
Yeah, I know.
A woman has to be in some form of position that has some advantage to be able to do that.
No, she doesn't have to be in some position. Hold your thought on that. She doesn't have to be in position of power. she might just be one aunt they left you, your mommy left you at home and say,
okay.
I mean, most guys, of us now, auntie would they leave us say, auntie say, okay, I dey comot, I bet me look my pikin.
Yeah.
You leave pikin, you let me look my pikin. Auntie go carry you, they put you as a baby, maybe 5-6 years old, you don't know what's happening. You know that, okay, the memory is that this person pulled out your genitalia and it's just
they're doing
touching and speak, and we'll even tell you, come and suck, and like you don't understand. That's how most of us,
how a lot of guys
we got messed up. You know, so it's a seed. I mean, coming from where, before we came to Lagos, from where I was coming from, wherever that is, it became like a pattern. When we came to Lagos here, the house they went to dump me, the auntie there too. Like you,
the thing is,
it got to a point that I ran away from the house. I ran out from that house I went to hide under one bus.
Wow.
One evening.
I totally wish, that's why I said education. We need to educate, because you know that this sexual harassment, it's deeply rooted. I wish they could educate, because now we're looking at it like, it happens. It's hiding. A lot, even as we speak, a lot of children are going to look at that little girl that's her father's friend, her mother's friend, raped, killed her. Did you see? Broke her hands. You've not seen that?
No. Where?
Since, about 2 weeks ago. After raping her, he killed her. Her ribs were broken. Like front and back. You saw it. From front and back, he raped her, broke her arms, broke her neck, killed her. Just imagine the amount she pulled.
Damn.
Imagine the amount of pain that girl will be. That is why I am so passionate about sexual harassment. If I see you,
her father's friend. Is her father dead or alive?
I don't know, but the story
how did he end up with the father's friend?
I don't know how he went to. It looks like she went to the house or so. That is the main reason why I used to say, if I catch you, talk to my own, or you make mistake near my own sister, I can cut your people.
We really need to be careful.
Because
I don't know
people are sick. A lot of people are sick. We don't take mental health issues seriously in this country. We don't. But unfortunately, especially in this Lagos, people are sick.
If you ask me, I think a lot of people are starting to use mental health as an excuse. If you are going to claim that you are mentally unstable, no wahala. That means if we buy you shouldn't feel anything. Then if your sense, by the time you have such extreme laws that says people who are in their right mind will suffer this consequence, maybe say 20 years. People who are outside of their mind will suffer 200 years. In fact, how you want to buy something and they say small one is 500, big one 500. Choose your poison. Whether you are right thinking or you are not right thinking, all of you get 50 years. Because I don't understand it.
When I saw that case, I cried.
Killed her, broke her hand, broke her neck.
I cried for that girl.
What did they do to the man?
I didn't really, because I can't, it's traumatizing.
You said 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, about 2 weeks back. This thing is little, very fresh. The hands, the ribs, she pulled. He did it front and back.
What do you mean she pulled?
She pulled on herself. While he's in the process of doing it, I was traumatized. I was crying.
Is it a video?
Is this somebody's? There was a video of it. It was online. I was crying. Is this somebody's daughter? If I am the mom, I will put Bible aside. I will put society aside, and I'll make sure that I don't mind going to prison, and I'll finish him. I'll make sure that I cut that thing, because you can't.
He recorded it.
Yeah, it's yeah. After doing it, he asked his son. To, and the son's friend or something, to go and deposit the girl's corpse. His little son, because the girl goes to the same school. They are age mates.
The last thing I heard about something that sounds like this is one of a man and his son that molested a girl.
That was a different thing. This one, the child is small. The son is small. It's the same age with the girl that he killed. When it was done, he asked them to carry the girl.
Terrible. Wow, terrible. Wow, it's been fun having this conversation. But I have one question one last final. Is it more like a question or more like an advice from you guys? If there's one mindset shift people need to make today about flirting, sexual harassment, and eventually abuse, about boundaries and respect, what would it be? What advice would you give?
Consent. Learn. We should need to educate ourselves about consent.
So consent being that if the girl says no, I'm not
No, it's
interested.
no.
No means no.
Whatever.
No is no.
So
whoever
the
the
age-old
person is.
culture and tradition of if a girl says no, she means yes.
Exactly.
We should bury it.
Exactly. We need to educate ourselves because I feel like we don't know. We feel like consent is, even if I'm doing it, I want to do it, and you say no, you still want to do it. Consent, the moment I say no, I am not interested in this thing, take your hands off me.
Okay, what if as the journey progressed, you know, the action was already going and you just felt not to say no. Already the doer started going on.
I know
you know,
that.
and the guy is already heading somewhere.
That is where self-control. You need to learn. That is why we need to learn and unlearn.
So
a
at that
lot
point,
of
that guy
things.
should learn to
Yes,
say,
we should
no,
learn to
I
say
can't
no.
jump
And
out
then
right
we
now.
need to teach these men and these women that harass little girls that they should about pedophilia. If you are,
Pedophilia both ways, oh.
That's what I
Those
say, both men
aunties
and women.
harassing
Yes.
young toddlers.
these things need to stop because it has damaged a lot of generations. It goes from this age to the next person.
I quite
Because
agree.
the next person that was abused will abuse the next person. So we need to
Abusers
understand-
were actually abused most cases.
we need to understand what pedophilia is. We need to understand what consent is. We need to educate, unlearn, and relearn, and know the things that we're not supposed to do, the people we're not supposed to touch, and the age brackets we're not supposed to go and touch. As a 35-year-old man or a 30-year-old man, I should not be seeing you with a 16-year-old child. I should not be seeing you with a 17-year-old. In fact, a 30-year-old man has nothing to do with an 18-year-old.
What if you are from the north? In the statistics are rampant in Nigeria.
For me, those northern people, like they really need. That's why I said education. They need to educate them because that's why.
But there's a religious perspective to it as well. I don't want to go there.
For them, that's their own business. So for me, I catch you with a 16, I will expose you. Look my face where any man that I catch with a 16 or 17-year-old child, even 18, I still look at 18, 19 as a child. I still look at you that your frontal lobe has not developed well. You still think like a child. And then you as a 35, a 30, in fact, even 25, I should not be seeing you with a child. I should not see you groping, touching. What are you doing with it? I know a lot of people will judge me and say, you can marry them. 20-year-old is enough to marry. I don't think 20-year-old child is a 20-year-old girl is enough to be married. So for me, let's educate, let's give consent. I want to see 18-year-old with their mates. I don't want to see 18-year-old with a 60-year-old man. What are you doing? What do you think she will do for you? What is exactly would she do?
Hola.
You don't want me to
Hey!
On the final notes.
Okay, final
Boundaries
notes.
on all
I'm
these
tempted
things.
to answer her question. Holy 20-year-old person. Plenty things. She will take him to places he has never been to, and that might take him to an early
Obituary.
grave. Too much excitement. She'll be so sweet. You have diabetes too soon. Anyways, on a final note, like she said, consent. If you're flirting with someone, be on the lookout for the cues, the hints that say it's okay to play. Even if you no go school, you not be mumu. You look person. Even if your own is jungle romance, you touch. I think Yorubas call it tage. You touch me, and I do like this. That indicates I like you. But even like you're saying, even if the person has been gingered, engine is revving, should they stop? I can tell you boldly here. Yes. That I had that experience with somebody. I can't mention that person's name, but if I were allowed to, I swear I'll mention this person's name. We had just met, we started dating, that was maybe in 2011. This person is a gentleman. Till today, I cannot say I have met anybody. Okay, maybe one of that guy, but this particular person, at that time, we just went to the movies, went back to space, we were just watching movies, taking popcorn, eating. And then everything went from we had flirted now, we don't pass flirting now, waiting make us reach where we did. So yes, we had gone past flirting. And then it was consensual. I liked him, he liked me. But he had been talking, trying to get my number. He couldn't get my number for like 3 months. But he would come to my office just to see me. And then he's seeking me your number. I want to call you. And it started feeling sweet. It was a very romantic and courteous chase. Eventually, I gave in. You have to hold, so he's not doing shakara, he's waiting. If I don't give you my number in 3 days, are you going to insult me? I better get out, Jerry, nonsense. I even get another girl. Patience, I'm testing you. So if I check after 3 months, you're still courteous, you're still 6 months, you're still courteous.
And there's no harassment.
Persistency is admirable. Okay. It's romantic. I'm telling you. The person comes to me, and sometimes we'll be outside the office. That's flowers. Please give me your number. And I was like, wow. So that is impressive. It's inviting. I like that. Eventually, this was us now, way past flirting. We're in his house. And then we are eating and everything. What really impressed me was I had mentioned food when we're in the movies. I just said, I did something like this. He said, "Are you okay?" I'm feeling hungry so much. I'm not, I've eaten, but I don't know I'm hungry. I just said it in passing. 2, 3, 4 hours had passed when we got to the house. So he said, "I'll be right back." Then he went out, came back like 30 minutes later, I had bags. I said, "Where'd you go?" He said, "You said you were hungry." He took notes. I'm telling you. I was like, wow, he listened. So we ate. We are done eating, and the next thing, he wanted to hit it. And we just started with just gentle, hold my hand, kiss. By the time, not close here. Now you ask question, no. If people are going to be educated, they need to know that it's actually possible. We went past holding hands and kissing. And the next thing, engines revved, everything up, ready to go. Even in that moment, at that level, a girl can still say, "You know what? Not now. Let's wait. Let's slow down." It's a girl's nature. It's in their nature to think, even at that moment, to say, "Okay, I was liking the attention, but I don't think I'm ready for this level." If you are a well-meaning man, stop.
That's a fine man.
Pata, go and wank. At this point, please. I said wank. I did not use the biological term. Seriously. Should we call it pie?
No.
For empty pie. This guy was like, said, "Babe, please don't do this. I'm ready to go." I said, "I know. I can see you. But not right now." He was like, "Oh, shit." And he stopped.
Wow.
I didn't believe it. I thought I was going to see my leg flying up in the air. The guy stopped. He stopped. He said, "All right, calm down." And then he said, "I'll be right back." He went, took a shower, changed his shirt. He said, "Okay, I better walk it before I change my mind." And he walked me, put me in a cab, said, "Call me when you get home." First ever.
Wow.
He showed me that men, if they want to,
they will.
Other one that's saying, "After this point, I'm going to have blue balls, I'm going to die." No. One told me, "I will die." I said, "No, I will buy a cassette." So, consent.
My bladder. I cannot move. Oh, my stomach is paining.
The guy tell me saying go die. I said, "I will bury you." So, consent. Wait for consent. If the person does not give you any invitation with their eyes, with their hands, to say it's okay, please stop, respect boundaries. Then harassment, if you don't proceed from flirting, we won't get to harassment. And if we don't harass, we will not get to abuse. Let's learn to respect ourselves, respect our boundaries, respect our women. Men, we women actually need you to protect us, whether you are related to us or not. You are our heroes. Please rise to the occasion and be the men that God created you to be.
Rise to the occasion.
Be the men, not the monsters, please.
Be the men, not the monsters. Be the ladies, not the monsters as well.
Yes, those aunties.
Let's all rise.
Very personal. Those aunties.
Let us rise to the occasion. Thank you, ladies. It is such an interesting experience for me, and I'm really glad we had this conversation, and I hope that someone out there has learned a lot from today's episode and discussion. Thank you very much, Cindy. It's fun as always. It's good to see you. And I love that energy. It's beautiful. Hola.
Yes,
thank you.
Hold on, I want to send you text message now.
wait.
More flirt with you.
Alright guys, so till I see you same time on the channel. Hope you have fun. Stay good. Don't forget to subscribe, share with your friends, your enemies alike, everybody in your neighborhood, anybody you are suspecting, or if there's anybody harassing you. It might be your cousin, it might be your family member. Not anybody. Share this video with them. Let them see and understand the dangers. Thank you for coming one more time. Bye. Till I see you guys same time on the episode.
That's my camera. Bye everybody.
Thank you.